consciousness learns through contrast. So in a perfect environment, if you were a billionaire, would you be doing the job you're doing now? Would you be making a contribution to humanity by doing whatever job you're doing, which is probably important for humanity? Probably not. When we have all the comforts and conveniences of our heavenly home, we don't change, we don't grow. So we come down here to experience the love-fear duality, and we do it because we love our heavenly family. Near-death experiences have been told or shown that if it were not for human beings incarnating into physical existences and experiencing the fear-love duality, the bubble of love of heaven could not continue to exist and grow. So we are a critical part of the engine of growth of creation. We love our family. Now, a lot of people, when you're in the middle of it, if you're like me, complain and say, why did I do this? Am I nuts? I didn't have to come down here. I could have just stayed in heaven. Yes, you're not forced to come down here. But it's kind of like this event called Burning Man that I used to go to when I was younger. And it's a big art and music festival in the desert. 70,000 people get together on a dry lake bed in Nevada. And they have all sorts of arts and displays and music and dancing. And there's drinking and drug taking and things like that. But it's an amazing experience, but you can't buy or sell anything. You go there and everybody contributes to the community out of love. So there's restaurants and bike repair shops and bars and nightclubs and all sorts of entertainment. And it's all free because everybody contributes out of love. It's a different experience, but it's a harsh environment. There's dust storms. You have to bring everything you need for 9 days. The only thing they have is porta potties, ice sales, and coffee sales. You got to bring your own water, food, everything, and you got to pack it all out. There's not even any trash cans. But, it's a very interesting experience because you grow and you learn so much. And so even though it's difficult and it's a harsh environment, it's really common to get done with that and say, oh, that was really difficult, but wow, I had such a good time and I learned so much. I got to do that again. And that is very common for souls. They get done with their earthly lives. They get back in heaven. They have their life review and they go, oh my gosh, that was a tough life. I suffered so much. I went through so much pain and suffering and it was so difficult. And, I was scared at times and I felt fear. But then you look at it and you say, but I learned so much. And I had some amazingly good experiences down there too. And after a while, after a long rest there in heaven, when you're rejuvenated, you say, oh, wow, I got to do that again. I got to get back to earth. It's a privilege to be here. For every 100 souls that qualifies, that wants to come down here and have the experience, there's only a body for one. So, it's a real honor. It's a real joy in so many ways to be here. So we're supposed to make the best of it. We're supposed to have fun. In the times of suffering and the difficult times, we're supposed to find joy and laughter if we can and endure our suffering with a humble dignity. And if we can manage to do that and just enjoy the good times, no matter what you do in this life, whether you feel like a big screw-up or a big success, it's still a huge learning experience. Even a person who comes down and spends their entire life being a homeless drug addict, it's a huge jump in consciousness. Probably bigger than spending a lifetime as a wealthy person with not too many problems. The more you suffer, the faster you grow. And so it is really a privilege and an honor and a joy to be here. So let's make the most of it. And when there's storms coming along in life, just remember you can't calm the storm, but what you can do is you can calm yourself and the storm will pass. Earth is the fun place to be. It's the Burning Man of the universe.